Hey everybody, how's it going? On today's video, we are going to be talking about the last two books that I would consider in this first arc of this series. And what series am I talking about? I am talking about the Ripple System. This is book 4 and 5 of this series, and this is written by Kyle Kern and produced by Portal Books and narrated by Travis Baldree. Now, these last two books, for time, how long it is, the book 4 is 20 hours and 15 minutes, and book 5, that I took so long to finish because I just didn't want to finish what I couldn't, because there's no more books right now, and I just, or no more audiobooks right now, and I just couldn't live with that fact. But, the audiobook length for book 5 is 16 hours and 18 minutes. So I just wanted to do these two together because I just wanted to see how that video would turn out. And also that it's just, I don't know, I feel like each separate one would be more of the kind of like similar things that I've said about this book series. If you've watched my other 3 videos on this series, I just wanted to kind of like, I don't know, I feel like these two could finish each other off. And because I feel like after book 5 is like an arc of the story has kind of ended, and now we're moving on to another arc in this series, which I think is really cool. But yeah, so just wanted to just talk about these two and just combine them. So book 4 was an amazing book. Ned and Darling and her team and Frank are just getting up to more and more shenanigans. They're racing to more of the end of EBO's first big kind of intense in-game event with the I think it's the Possibility King. So yeah, it's just amazing, and they're dealing with problematic people, which if you've ever played video games, you will always find problematic people and people that are just terrible and that eventually you have to block because they just, the things that come out of their mouth, you're like, ooh, no. But yeah, so they're dealing with that, and House, is getting kind of violent in these last 2 books. But in a justice way. When someone's kicking and killing your cat, your virtual cat, you're just like, no, the violence will be had. So yeah, there's just a lot going on in book 4 that is just great. More character development, more Frank and Ned shenanigans, more Frank and Ned humor. It's just and dealing with the goon. The Goon Guild, and just interacting with them and the things that they bring up, and Darling's Guild. It's a lot of good stuff, and a highly recommended book in this series. It still just adds to it and is an amazing addition to the series. So then we moved kind of to book 5. Everything is still going strong. Oh, and at the end of book 4, there is a bonus chapter with just Frank and House adventures. It is an amazing just bonus chapter that the author didn't have to put in, but they put in, and it was just amazing, and I want more of it. Shoot, I would just love a side series between maybe the next book and just about Frank and Ned shenanigans, maybe a 5-hour audiobook with Travis Baldree narrating just hilarious encounters. So but yeah, that's just wishful thinking. But with book 5, again, it feels like the ending of the arc, why I'm saying the arc of this series, is coming to an end, and they're getting to the end of the Possibility King trials and wanting to be the first, and they're racing all of these other guilds to that point, some high-end guilds with a lot more players in their guild. But it's just neck and neck, and you can feel the pressure, and it's just interesting to see how everything's coming together and kind of ending. and they're also dealing with a little bit of betrayal in Darling's guild. Someone is leaking information, so that's an interesting kind of like thing that is going on, and it's not the person that, like, as you're going through book 5, it's not the person that you think it is, like the person that you would think is paying someone in that guild to go ahead and get information. It's just interesting. There's a lot of like loose ends to kind of get you interested in the next whole arc of this. What I'm saying, the arc of a series, and the next books. Hopefully more books. And I can't just wait for the audiobooks. But yeah, it's very interesting, and the twists in book 5 are just insane, and you're just kind of like, what's happening, and you don't know what's going on, and there are just so many things hinted throughout of it all, and you're just trying to like more and more turn up the the speed and just listen to it faster. But it's really good, and there are just some things that are just kind of like, what? Like the plot twists are many in book 5, and it's just amazing how Kyle Kern writes this book and just gets you so invested, and then as you think what's kind of the culmination is going to be, things are just flipped on their head, and the way you thought it was going to happen isn't happening, and just the funny scenes that come out of it, you're just kind of like laughing out loud as you're listening to this book, and it's just like it's a great time. So do I highly recommend this series? Yes. Is book 4 and book 5 a great addition to the series? Yes. Do we need more bonus chapters of Frank's shenanigans, House's shenanigans? Maybe Ned and Darling's coffee date and how awkward that probably would be, because Ned hasn't been out of the gaming world in a hot minute, or maybe they'll just do it in game. I don't know, but hey, bonus chapter. Yeah, it's definitely worth it, and it's definitely a good idea if you have enjoyed what I've said throughout my other audio or other videos on this audiobook series. Then definitely, if you like what you've seen and heard so far, then just jump in. I will have links to book 4 and book 5 in the description of this video, so you can go check out the summary from the author and listen to the sample from Audible, and just get a little feel of what those two books are about. But again, if you're this far, you like it, you want more of it, and you can't wait for even more of it later, because of how this just book ends. And for those that have listened from 1 to 5 or read from 1 to 5, just let me know in the comments what if some of your, without spoilers, mind you, what if your favorite points in this audiobook or in this series have been. What are your favorite scenes? What are your favorite quotes? I would love just to see someone's a comment of just Frank quotes or House quotes, or Frank and House quotes, or even quotes of Ned and Darling, or just your favorite moments, because there are just a lot of those moments throughout this whole series that just bring a smile to my face and just make me laugh and get me so invested, so tunnel visioned into listening, that whatever I'm doing, I'm just like stopping and not while I'm driving, but yeah. So it's a great series, and I cannot wait for the next book and audiobook preferably. But yeah, so just really can't recommend this series enough. 4 and 5 are just a great kind of capping to, again, what I keep saying is a whole arc from 1 to 5. I can't imagine I'm super excited to see what happens in the next one. But yeah, I hope this series goes for a lot longer. I don't know if it will or not, but I can be hopeful. So yeah, that's my thoughts, opinions on this series. I know this video was just a little bit different, but hey, I just wanted to try something, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something from it. I hope I piqued your interest. And I hope, every fan of this series, I hope you're just gushing with me and filling the comments with favorite moments. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and this video was finding you in a good place. let me know in the comments also what you're reading in other books, other series, because once you get to the end of this book, what else are you reading? What else are you listening to? I'm re-listening to the first book in the Wandering In series because they did a second edition. And you can definitely tell the difference if you have listened to the first book in the Wandering In series. It's definitely like a lot different and a lot more like, the writing is better. And it was just, and you can even tell the narrator Andrea Parsnow did better on some of her voices in that one, or just how she brings the characters to life. But yeah. In other audiobook lit RPG news, All the Skills Book 5 is coming out March 25th. That is a great series, and the one to check out. But yeah, so let me know again what you're listening to, whether it is lit RPG or just any other. And also if it's not audiobook and you're just reading, just let me know what you're reading. Yeah, I would love to read those comments. So without further ado, I'm going to let you guys go and, maybe re-listen to this series again. Because, again, great series. Can't say that enough. But yeah. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll talk to you later. Okay? Toodles!